Welcome to the Dynasty Football Key. And this is not another Malik Neighbors hype video. This is the Week 5 Waiver Wire show. And we're going to be looking at players under 70% rostered, starting with Wan'Dale Robinson, Malik Neighbors' teammate. He's walking away with 14 targets, just one under Malik Neighbors, 11 reception, also just one under Malik Neighbors, and 71 yards. These are the top two targets in the offense, and the running back is the third one there. So it's really a funneled target system that they've got going on there. So at this point, Wan'Dale should not be sitting out there available for just anyone to go get. So go get him on your team and get some Wan'Dale Robinson in your life. And then next we've got Dontavian Wicks for the Green Bay Packers. And Wicks, he also got a ton of targets, 13 this past week. Not as efficient, 5 receptions, but 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. You've got Jordan Love coming back healthy. We'd love to see that. And if you just really want to lean into who's getting the ball from a really great pass catcher, then you should want to go after Wicks, because we've got Christian Watson now injured, and we don't know when he's going to return. So just one fewer target there. I think Wicks can absolutely be a good flex play for you, especially with these bye weeks coming up. We've got week 5 buys of Detroit, the Chargers, Philadelphia, Tennessee. Next week, we've got the Chiefs, the Rams, Minnesota, Miami. And I'll actually stay here with Green Bay because his teammate Tucker Kraft, he got 9 targets and 6 catches, 53 yards and a touchdown. It looks like he's the tight end one that you're going to want here in Green Bay. So yeah, go after any of these pass catching options in Green Bay. And then another pass catcher, last week I wasn't as big on getting wide receivers because there's just so many that you can go after. And this is just another case of Josh Downs, who I've been really high on. It's just tough with the quarterback situation. You got a young quarterback who's still developing in Anthony Richardson. This was Josh Downs, kind of biggest game of the season, and it comes with Joe Flacco, so it's hard to know what to take out of that. It does sound like Richardson's coming back. If Richardson is injured again, I'm absolutely willing to play Josh Downs, because Flacco, it just kind of fits his skill set a little bit more, getting the ball to a Pittman and a Downs. Still, let's get Downs on our roster. It's a good player. Broke the Colts receiving record as a rookie. So just got to lean into the talent a little bit and hope that Anthony Richardson can come back and be healthy there for these guys. And I won't go too far. I'm going to stick with the Colts here. Trey Sermon is someone I've got as a running back you want to monitor. And again, guys, we're looking at players under 70% rostered. So you've got Taylor, who right now they're debating whether, the coach is saying he's not going on IR, but it sounds like this could easily be a 1-week injury. And if that's the case, you're going to want Trey Sermon. We saw Zach Moss last year have great weeks when he was the main guy there. But there's really no one else behind Trey Sermon, so I could absolutely see Sermon just getting some high volume if Taylor misses. So don't sleep on Sermon this week. Also, another running back you're going to want to take a look at is Justice Hill, because it wasn't just Lamar and it wasn't just Henry having great rushing performances this past week. Justice Hill, he looked pretty good as a receiver, 6 for 6 on targets and receptions, 78 yards in the air, 1 touchdown, also had 18 yards on the ground. So that's almost a 100-yard day for him. So, of course, he's got a role if something were to happen to Henry. But on his own, Hill got paid last month, a contract extension. So absolutely see a big role, as a, late flex type for Justice Hill if you just need some points, especially during these upcoming bye weeks. And then the next one I got for you is a quarterback. And we just had Andy Dalton revenge game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. He had 220 yards passing, 25 completions on 40 attempts. It was a 2 touchdown, 1 interception ratio there, 62% completion percentage. And really, based on who's available on the waivers, that's actually good numbers. And we've seen him have another good performance last week. I think Dalton is going to just continue to be the starter there. They put up 24 points. I think they're averaging around that, which is much higher than what they were getting from the previous quarterback. So they have a lot of incentive to just stick with Dalton here and get him in the lineup to help them just get some wins. So that's all I've got for this week's waiver wire. And good luck, guys. Week 5's here. Time to really separate in those leagues. This is when we got a lot of good information after those first 4 weeks. So let's use that to our advantage. Let's not sleep on the waivers this week. Go figure out what those needs are on your roster. Get those as your priorities. I still like stashing a lot of these running backs. There's just so many good players that you can still add and help yourself win. So good luck, and we'll see you next week.